quickly they try to bully, as Navi's just so much more concerned about establishing control across the middle of the map.
I mean, if this is quick enough, it could be a positive for Navi, but...
It's all about the pace. How quickly do they go?
DRX slowly funneling up towards ramp, and I think now Navi and people backing towards a position to greet this execute.
This Cypher cam is so miserable to deal with. You've got to get so far up before you can clear it out. Meanwhile, DRX have gotten their way out onto this site. Some of the defenses are there, but Mako looking to play spoiler up in heaven. No challenge yet. It's just Sugetsu who's playing on the other side, and he's going to play into this. Well, of course he's going to play into this, but they walked right by each other, Mike!
He's able to slip through the poison orb here. Going to get the backstab on Xiao. He will fall.
Oh, it's a surprise. Now you see the double duelist from Navi causing problems. They've gotten the spike down. They've repositioned up towards heaven. You see some of the mollies come through, but you're not expecting Sugetsu here. Either way, handled. Zest cleans him up. All falls onto RB. He's got to swing out. He's got to get one, and Angel's timing is perfect. Navi will get the pistol.
A very slippery pistol round from DRX, but you see the frustration on Stax' face. Unable to... DRX are able to get the open plant for heaven as well in this situation. Navi just find everything they need.
I mean, Angel's time. Sheriff in the hands of RB, a couple of ghosts. And it seems like they want to head B, where Angel's already waiting. That one way so difficult to deal with, or picked up. Very systematic by Navi.
You notice as well the camera, this is going to be the default for Sugetsu every single round, and we're looking for these early rounds to be as productive as possible in terms of just dealing with it, finding a way of removing it, denying that information, because it's going to allow Navi to sit in very heavy leans towards mid and B, just on the back of that one piece of utility. We're dealt with here, but
watching here.
Miracles from DRX. So they can make these pistols work.
What they do have here is the power in numbers. There are three on the other side of the smoke. Angel's left alone, and he does not have the weaponry to deal with it. Overwhelmed, CNED from up in heaven, who was supposed to be providing cover, shows up a little late, but not too bad. See the push through from Mako, not able to find any space either. This has gone absolutely sideways for DRX, and you didn't expect much. But this is almost as clean as you could possibly ask for from Navi.
And the one big objective here, obviously, for Navi, you don't want to see these rifles removed towards A side, but don't expect any early commitment with just two members of DRX. Navi's utility removed, and once again, Navi will secure this orb in garage. See, they're going hunting, though. As Zest has found an open elsewhere. Zipan way ahead of the utility that's set up as security towards A site, or at least towards heaven.
Yeah, dancing in a dangerous situation. Work his way around a fine line, and ultimately is not punished for it. Meanwhile, Navi's still taking so much of the space down B. Look at how far up Angel is. And yeah, there's a little bit of help from Xiao, but if the timing's not great, he's in trouble.
Well, they have to farm here because it's everybody from DRX drifting this way.
There's the flash. There's the confirmation. RB's ahead of it, though. They look to swing. Angel on the reposition, dropped. Xiao has to tuck tail and get away. And now in the face of the paranoia, in the face of the dog, manages to take one. Well done. But the site lost.
Sugetsu almost actually finds a kill on the way out. Zest will secure it, though. CNED, a 1v4. Still pretty healthy, but just find a couple of kills very early on here. Will make this a possibility.
You see the paranoia and just how he's handling his crosshairs. There's someone low, is behind pillar, behind garage, up
Two away from the blade storm. Does actually get it. Yeah, that's Zest drifting up in that lurk. Up towards ramp.
Do DRX push into that, knowing what's on the other side? That's exactly what happens. Angel's punished. Read him like a book.
And relying heavily on that conditioning early on, but DRX are the ones to flip it back in their favor. Angel dead off the rip, no smokes. And then CNED and Sugetsu's cages, but
careful.
Straight away DRX feel like they're going to have pulled the rotation. I think a good read on how Navi want to approach playing this composition with Sugetsu on the Cypher, leaning heavily on the other side of the map to where this utility is invested in. totally wrong read.
Right.
Nobody even within earshot of hearing this. Are we going to benefit off these trips either?
No, I mean, the cam looked like it spotted one. Both trips have been cleared. You see the utility from RB has been planted and set up. And they can draw a line in the sand here, Mike. They can establish so much control. It's going to be so difficult, so labored for NAVI to get through.
Zest very disconnected from this, but the rest of DRX tucking into these very tight positions on site. I think NAVI probably thinking better at this one, yeah.
Wow, early. Perhaps because Cena's holding an op?
Yeah, not feeling confident whatsoever about the retake.
No. And again, I'm going to take you guys down a long path here because it goes all the way back to Angel at the beginning of the round, dying, forcing NAVI in a position where they kind of have to play off B, or off A, excuse me, and rely on the utility from Sugetsu. That's essentially what lost them that round.
Mitigating early round risk, not giving away an opening engagement, because a lot of this comfort is set up just by receiving adjustment from Sugetsu, at least in this round. Angel toying with the idea again.
The man is persistent.
He doesn't give up, no. It takes a lot to really deter him.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
But these are very curious rounds because there is an operator on the other side. So if DRX get an early read of that adjustment, look what they're going to be walking into.
It's interesting, too, because I don't think they ever confirmed that there was an op in the previous round either. So again, suspicions on the other side, and there it is. Yeah. Shot rattles off, confirming the weaponry that's on the opposite side. With that, DRX still continue, still intent on pushing into the teeth of this defense. Into the weapon, the paranoia is there. Buzz waiting to go, and there he goes! CNED plucks him out of the sky! Xiao not able to follow suit. Op hits the ground harmlessly as the site once again is lost.
Spike planted.
The pit will go up, giving them some safety on site as well. NAVI, what's at the first turn, locked out of this yet. Angel will retrieve the operator. I think that's just the #1 objective here. After the spike has been planted. NAVI lagging behind a little bit in terms of the rotation. There was a ton of pressure coming towards them, but maybe Cena just spotting the turret is enough of an indicator to say RB's just the one here to lurk and control this space.
Yeah.
Why it's not. That's why we don't see, a rotation earlier on. I love the diligence behind the utility here, though. The Trailblazer clears all the way up ramp. Marco still posts the paranoia to clear out that window, clear out rafters, and force a very early timeout from NAVI.
Surprisingly so.
A beautiful shot.
I mean, straight out of the sky, a jump scare on top of it, to be honest.
Xiao one off the Seekers. Another adjustment on the utility from Sugetsu here. Focal point becoming mid here, or at least Angel initially showing intention.
Buzz wanting to feel it out and see what's up here. They haven't explored this very much.
Typically would see Zipan playing alongside Sugetsu in these sort of setups to make use of the information.
There.
That's just crazy how a new setup from the Sugetsu, as you were mentioning.
And he swings on the camera.
Yeah, and just, clears it out instantly. Takes care of the trip, clears out the camera.
All ahead of the 1 minute mark as well. I mean, NAVI preemptively start to rotate, but I think Cena's paranoia is that somebody can slip through heaven in towards spawn. So spread very thin on this A-side defense. Angel's got to be careful. He has to toe the line here.
You see CNED is now peeking out towards heaven. With that Viper wall up, there's really no information of what's coming in through mid. Angel's going to get overwhelmed once again. RB's going to be late on this pinch, but they're going to get heaven control. Unless CNED can do something about it. And no, he's dropped instantly. The satchel out. Zipan trying to hold the line, trying to keep him back. One's all he finds.
Sugetsu slipped through. He's ahead of this.
They have no idea. You're absolutely right. How much work can he find? Stacks with 20 HP. Laughing in the face of danger, swinging forward and getting another.
But they got the open plant once again. So a chance here for Sugetsu to find Cheeky.
On the other side of timeout, we talked about Sugetsu's change. I mean, there was differences in how Xiao was playing. Angel was in a different position as well. It was an entirely different look.
Does have Zipman alongside him this time. DRX just gaining so much from this default early on. Also in a couple of rounds where they have shown some pace, catching Angel off guard in Garage, for example. That's also suited them very well. Des was touching on Navi's comfort zones historically, sometimes being in these slower rounds, but certainly not so far.
No, taste of their own medicine is bitter. But they want to fight this. The paranoia and the flash. Oh, this is beautiful, but he finds nothing. I was so well set up. I thought they were dead. But Angel now trying to face into the smoke and play hero. He cannot do it either. What a fumble.
I mean, the Seeker just reveals Angel's TP
Spike planted.
at the worst possible time. Showstopper doesn't catch him, but he's overwhelmed. Zipan and Sugetsu now in a 2v4, showing intention to actually commit towards this.
Player standing.
But it's going to seal the deal. Sugetsu finds a response, though.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a 1v4 if he wants to pull this off. You see the reposition from RB heading towards Heaven. Just another thing to consider. Way too much. You're at least getting one.
I mean, the utility is absolutely perfect from Na'Vi. It's just there's too many people to shoot at. He can't.
But again, no real time to think it through, no real time to dwell on it. So we march forward, Zipan getting that orb.
And that's everything in the inventory for Na'Vi here.
Yeah. The question is, you look at their buy, and it's not great. 2 rifles, 3 pistols. Do you invest?
Or did they get the opportunity to?
Yeah.
They can find a man advantage potentially, but DRX have been fantastic at recovering from 4v5 positions. Another question altogether with all of these ultimates facing off against them. Seen at a very deep position on mid here. DRX maybe anticipating some aggression on the back of all these ultimates. Confirmed, yeah, but Zester's taking a chunk of damage.
There's just so much, actually, there's so much passive info that CNET is getting just because of his position right now. And you wonder here, the flash, they're actually rotating off of the flash. Xiao just got confirmation that there was presence A towards ramps, and they instantly flip back towards B. Buzz is already through with the paranoia, but Zipan's ult keeps them back. He's gonna get a second and potentially more. CNET's on the hunt! It was messy, but both connect! And now Stax is left alone, having to think through what the heck just happened. How did we get here? CNET
Presence elsewhere on the map on Bind. This time around, Na'Vi don't fall for it. They stick to their guns and did have 2 huge kills to prevent this site hit. Are they looking to pop off this again? A deep flash. Luckily, Angel not overstepping this time around.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, a couple things here. The one way was missed because of the pressure, and even if it had hit, they're already past it. Angel just bullied off of this angle.
Shadows traveling.
Has to reposition and try to drop another.
There's re-smoke behind them as well.
Yeah. No real idea of where they are. Still has a paranoia in his back pocket. You see them waiting, perhaps, for the flash to come through.
Another example of DRX anticipating some aggression on the side of Na'Vi. Trailblazer will clear, at least confirm, with 2 sets of shots onto it. RB elsewhere, actually trying to find space towards Heaven, or remove that camera here to maybe pull a rotation. Does it need to? There's 3 members in Na'Vi.
Just buy time. Let your lurker find some space, clear out some utility, but that's it. They go, they pounce, and Xiao's there to receive. Gets the first, has the Seekers. Felt like they were perhaps a bit too quick on the trigger. Spike, something like that. They're gonna flip though. And RB's gonna find some space. The spike is there and it instantly falls to the ground. Sugetsu dancing around the cage, finding more value.
DRX in this round just trying to throw out some misdirection, but it needed a second person to be seen by the camera potentially.
10 seconds left.
Yeah,
to draw somebody away, but the pop is instant on B as the camera's removed. It doesn't even give Na'Vi the time to consider a rotation.
And that's, in my opinion, what felt like the issue too, because it's a bit too fast.
Great hold from Na'Vi nonetheless. And
Down A.
I said Sugetsu comfortable still on site here to deny Sugetsu's utility and Zipan alongside him.
Bomb grenade out.
But now giving up this fight towards Garage.
Yeah, and putting a lot more focus onto B. I don't think they've had to, I mean, maybe other than the pistol where they fully pushed through, but Navi's timing is great. Angel in the swing gets the duelist.
Okay, finds a second as well. Through the same smoke, Marco will fall. An early advantage, one of the first we've really seen from NAVI, where they're able to disengage from.
I mean, Angel giveth and Angel taketh away.
Player
Question his
standing.
aggression, and you question why he's first to die so often, and sometimes it looks rough, but then other times he just frags. You gotta take the good with the bad in situations like this. Is the timeout seems to not be what DRX was looking for.
Sure, they really had an opportunity to get things going there.
Yeah.
With 2 kills through the smoke in mid from Angel.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And will be healthy in terms of the finances, as long as Stack's really the only concern, I'd say.
Well, he's
Coming
getting
out of this,
cheeky, isn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say, if he wants to hold on to this rifle, get a consolation trips.
So Stacks, we were talking about his economy. Goes light armor, Vandal, doesn't buy a dog. It's just enough to get him into the round, but you think about the fact that you're looking to entry Buzz onto the site. Yeah, he is the Roomba, but we'll see how they choose to play around the lack of the Trailblazer. Meanwhile, almost all of Navi's here, Mike. They've got 3 here. CNET is playing in mid, so you can rotate over very quickly.
They're creeping closer and closer.
Meanwhile, it's the same Cypher Cam. It's the same setup. Buzz has gotten through. Looking for the trip, finds it. They're going to invest a lockdown, too. They're going to fully send on this.
Very late investment in the lockdown, and yeah, it's punished by the paint shell. A little bit unconsidered there.
Yeah, such an important tool, no longer available. Mako, though, able to clear one out. The Paranoia to buy some more time and create space for another.
Ooh, what?
What a shot! Zest is also playing really far off. The turret's still up and he has 2 mollies. I mean, you're expecting Angel to make a play here. I don't know if he's gonna find the space. Oh my gosh, he slipped the net, but Mako Paranoid still gets him. And you imagine here, I mean, do they still go?
I mean, it's wraps at this point. Shao can
Whoa,
find
okay.
a couple of kills. Cena gets one as well, but time all but elapsed here.
Gosh, if he had hit that shot, oh no. Oh, I thought.
Sia thought for a moment he did as well.
I thought you see the smirk on his face in the player.
Consideration was Zipan primarily being the person alongside Sugetsu on this A site hold. What is that?
Swing that Navi had put together.
Sugetsu's position way more committed towards the choke point here. Trailblazer, I think, catching onto Angel.
Yeah, you hear 2 shots of the op rattle off, a second flash in towards Garage. But once again, it's a hit towards A. It's a hit right into the teeth of the defenses of the Cypher, and Zipan's there too. He's already gotten a couple. Angel trying to swing out and pile it on, and he cannot. And now the op has shown up. How do you get past this? Oh, that wall just barely keeping him alive. Zest is gonna find a lot of room here.
He's got the spike as well, so he's able to slip away from this. You see the ping on the minimap actually shout, considering the possibility of being flanked. CNED picking up the slack. Again, Zest actually getting confirmation on the back of the Trailblazer sound cue. Able to find this plant now. And Stack's a little bit disconnected from this. Can he find a backstab with Navi funneling towards spawn?
Timing is everything.
It's an open plant for him. He has to play this late. He's getting aggressive.
Patience. You still have 2 flashes. Be patient. He's gotten the first. No real idea of the second in the smoke. Meanwhile, CNET still with the op going forward.
Now he can drift deeper. He's actually resetting towards main.
Just a tap. Just a tease. Just a bait for the swing, and CNET lands it. And now Sax is too far away. He's too far away. But it was enough to pull off. CNET, I can't believe he did it that way. Still lands a shot.
CNET dissecting that with the operator. And this felt a little desperate in the early round towards A. Yes, some early round indicators, sure, but
He's convinced that it's a hit A, and boy, are they wrong.
yeah, everybody from NAVI funneling to Garage very early on. RB, gotta respect this. He's gonna play his life and back away. And actually, the Nano Swarm dealt with very quickly as well. So full 5v5 here in the post plant.
Yeah, nothing quite like it on a pistol. If you like chaos, you're in for some
So nobody actually exploring towards spawn here. Would have had a shorty to deal with in the hands of RB, but what can DRX get it set up here? Still got plenty of util to work with.
Oh, it's
sure where
gotten
that's
stuck.
going.
Oh no. Get on down there, buddy. He's overwhelmed. Somehow still dropped. I thought he was going to find a window. His kills go traded back and forth. The 4v3 as you see DRX starting to funnel forward, starting to take space back. But Navi hold the line. Stack's left alone, and he cannot
No
deliver.
response or even attempted response from Navi coming through, but
One enemy
these
remaining.
deeper positions pay dividends at the end of this round.
You wonder here, too, who on the side of Navi is going to come to life alongside CNED, because the Des mentioned it, we did too. He played well. It just wasn't enough on Bind, and he's playing well here.
Same setup again from DRX. Flash over the top.
They're going to push this. Sugetsu has so much info. Done well to take one.
It's a similar situation we talked about on one round of Bind where they find the kill, but no real upgrade here.
Yeah. Woo! RB with a nice pluck. Crispy shots. The second just a bit wide. And again, a spot where DRX, they've gotten a couple of kills, but as you mentioned it off of the first, no real way to upgrade. Nothing really found. No, in most other circumstances, you see this and go, okay, we're able to upgrade a weapon. Now we can fight back on a little bit more of equal footing, but that's just not the case. Zess is nothing more but a ghost, and he's about to swing out into a Guardian, and well,
Hang on.
or excuse me, a Vandal. See if he can pick it up. He's just so paranoid. Mako's got to take some space here. He's got to be a little bit more pacey on this. That Paranoid's going to buy some time. Weapon grabbed!
Whoa.
And it's fallen down to a 1v1. Of course, it is Zest with the Vandal. Upgraded. Angel in the 1v1. Misses on the first, swings out to the Ghost! And
Navi still pretty healthy in terms of the finances. Great shot from RB here.
steady.
Unable to follow up on it though.
I mean, the confidence to...
The good start for Navi though, 2 on the board in the second half. Arguably the stronger half from DRX yesterday versus Loud as well. Buzz, the key factor really. I mean, RB had a fantastic performance, yes, but Buzz was absolutely farming on DRX's defense.
See if he can do it again. Tested a little early. And it seems like there's more coming on the other side of that. You see the smoke out from Mako to help provide some cover. They're so intent on mid control. And that is a judge. That is a judge, my friends. The Trailblazer's not what he wanted to see. That Paranoia is going to buy some space, but he can't go back towards safety because of the nade. Help has arrived, though, courtesy of Buzz.
I was going to say, I'd be surprised if you still see Navi after the Paranoia commit towards that. Already Stacks making moves towards 8. RB been holding down the fort here, but as I say that, Stacks thinking otherwise. I mean, now there's no sound cues, especially with Zest's position here. He's going to hear anything
30
towards
seconds
Garage
left.
and has open sight lines towards mid. Navi going to find themselves a 5v2 potentially on A site.
Bomb grenade out.
We saw Sugetsu pull off some pretty ridiculous things from the defensive side here. We'll see if RB can do the same with the turret to help. Zipan up top, too many things to consider. CNED nice with it. The second after the upgraded weapon,
10 seconds
and that's
left.
enough to get the sight. Oh, unless Buzz gets ahead of it. That's exactly what he does. He just buys time and he wins the round. What a play from Buzz.
That is outrageous. Look at the time it hit. We talked about the game plan yesterday of denying the spike from being planted. Buzz.
Light armor still on all of them. And they had the money to buy. You see an interesting financial approach from DRX. Mako once again getting challenged. You gotta pick a target, bro. It's either the dog or it's CNED. You pick the wrong one. Zipan's already back sight. Buzz had no idea. See if they can reposition though. Angel's really, really far out. Really far up by himself. Dog spotting him, and yep, Zest from up top. But well handled by Xiao. Well handled by
You want to see that.
Yeah. You can't make a mistake like that twice.
One enemy.
He's on an island here as well.
Seems to be the case. Mako's nowhere near garage right now.
Zest
Ooh.
finds all
That hurts.
that spam on the other side of that jump peak. Down to 60 HP. With Navi forcing the issue just yet.
Of course, it's
DRX stacked up behind this, Doug.
yeah, of course, it's a flash to a smoke to set up Angel to take the opening peek. Zipan is there close by. You get some info. And really, by process of elimination, you know it's not towards Mail. Buzz is going to go. He's got the showstopper and a Bucky.
I've
But
got
Zest
your
not able to
trail.
find space, not able to create anything with it. Seeker's invested the paranoia out. CNET is able to get through. But Buzz
What?
finds space, and now he's got the showstopper, but CNET stops it. A second two found onto Sax. I had CNET's gonna win this round by himself. Come hell or high water, he's getting the round for Navi.
Spike planted.
Just nothing for RB to do here.
With a stinger in hand, has to close the gap somewhere and forced off the initial angle. RV going to find their 10th here. Themselves a 3-round lead. What the hell is in Buzz's Bucky? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Sure, we'll get a look at it again.
Found the collat on this.
Yeah, we're gonna get a look at that one more time. The pass through and what on earth, bro?
Party's over.
I'd be so mad. But again, you know, we talked about it during the round. CNET in the face of that better. Does not really instill any confidence. 4 ults.
Well, talked about being a hero yesterday. Might just need to be once again hit.
It's been quiet, but RB's done well to get one so far. Still dancing around the second with the turret to help. Hero answering the call at least a little bit as Zest and Buzz have shown up too.
Control of the spike as well. Angel have to pull off a miracle here to recover this 1v3. Still pretty healthy, but Marco going to be the first one to overcome. And spotted here on the peak. See the other eyes of DRX trained on this position. Now Marco still with a paranoia available.
Speaking of which, waits it out.
Shadows traveling.
I mean, he's certainly taking his time on this. Roomba, the satchel, the kill not found.
DRX certainly not out of this race just yet. So
No.
RB must have heard me here because he stands tall to the challenge here on A site.
Imagine they're going to do it again anytime soon.
Yeah, back towards pressure in mid here and potentially Zest on the other side of things, but a pit will eliminate that possibility. Yeah, okay.
Easy now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's come right out of the pit. Does he?
Yeah,
get
he's
back in?
gonna-
Yeah. He's got plenty of time to get back in, yeah.
I wondered here what DRX would do with this because you know there's some presence mid. They got a flash and they heard a dog from the attacking side towards A. But they don't. I mean, they don't fully send. They don't fully rotate A.
Well, actually, it's crucial that Zest does get this wall off because NAVI have set up right behind it already. RB's utility scattered across site and heaven.
And note where the utility's positioned too on the other side of the wall. But if they get past it, if they find the timing, that layer's gone. You see him staring at it. Go on. Mouse button 1, there you go. Paranoia out in the dash forward. The turret has been cleared. RB once again has so much to do, and he knows the showstopper's in his face, staring into death with not much to do. Seeing it on the swing, and it's Xiao who gets the kill. The defenses of DRX had previously stood so tall, stood so strong, crumble.
Spike planted.
The 2v5 might just see another round where DRX opt to hold onto these rifles. Stacks set at 3K, 2200 for RB. Chance here for Marco to pass one across, but you don't want to see either of these players fall now.
No, not in a situation like this.
A couple of members of NAVI healthy though, so they could go on the hunt.
And they're trying. They're looking.
They're going to find anybody though with this little time left. Seeing it's still conscious of somebody slipping on
Yeah.
to find a ninja defuse.
We are due for one of those, aren't we? We haven't seen that in a while. Not a good one like that.
Like the doomsday clock.
Yeah.
About 6 seconds off for them.
Now if you get another again, they just meet with the defenses of DRX, punch him in the mouth and move forward.
Stacks found blind through the wall. Again, didn't really matter.
That's not bad. A pedestrian performance from the start. He's got the potential for more. See this double duelist set up once again, exploring mid. Threatening Zest, and whoop! Showed a little too much leg there. Dashing forward, Buzz threatened. I mean, CNED just looking to do this on his own, and you see how much respect they have to pay.
I mean, so much pressure, though. You have to respect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forced so deep on this A-side setup. I mean, Buzz still trying to hold down the position on rafters. Navi don't necessarily achieve much other than mid-control on the back of it.
Wish there wasn't much defending it to begin with. And there's the first down. You still have to deal with the other. You still have to do a zip ban.
Bomb buddy out.
A little bit of tech there. And a boom bomb into heaven.
Yeah, steal that one. Mako waiting on the other side of the smoke. See Buzz ready to. The nade in hand.
Woo!
Zest loves a jump peek.
Yeah.
He really loves a jump peek.
Yeah, he does.
23 seconds left on the clock here, Doug.
A vintage wait and go. And Angel dies already. The spike is still up in heaven now. 15 seconds left. They're going to have to pop out, and they're going to have to do it quickly. And Shao has the spike, and that might be enough. Now 10 seconds, it's all on to Buzz. 85 HP, he snaps on the first, the second buys time, and that's gonna be enough.
That's it.
He may not get the kill, but it's not gonna matter. DRX get the 9th.
DRX live to fight another day for the time being. Doesn't have that to fall back on.
I feel like he's had it for forever.
Yeah. He's not needed it.
Yeah. The Trailblazer setting him up into that more aggressive angle. Procs the dash 2, and DRX once again respecting. Buzz is one away from Showstopper here. He gets a kill. There's a potential for something.
But Navi looking to pinch through ropes initially here. I mean, Zipan and Angel in a position to still show presence elsewhere.
And again, very similar idea to what we saw in the previous round.
But I love this clearance towards Garage to confirm that actually it's not split through B.
Yep.
Now, information game definitely favoring DRX here, but Navi are poised to explode onto A.
Yeah, RB has lockdown, but he's not really in a comfortable spot to drop it. With 45 seconds left, does he dare invest it? Zipan gets so high, and he gets one. Saxer on the trade. CNED cleaning things up. Op still in hand, and there are the blades. I mean, that's the round.
Yeah, it's
30
done for.
seconds left.
Navi even stalling things out to find the plant here. Just Buzz and Marco. Still got the paranoia, still got the showstopper, and the paint shells, actually.
Yeah, and a 2v4?
Shadows traveling.
I mean, maybe. Well, okay, yeah, they're going. They found one. The paranoia, the showstopper invested. Buzz weak, though, 45 HP. What space can Mako find? He swings out. Too many targets to deal with.
In terms of weaponry, definitely going to be feeling the pinch. Navi have been allowed to set up so many times. These very explosive, committed 5-man hits. Committing once again to this Killjoy setup on A. And like I said, against the Jet and a... Well, I said Zest likes a jump peek. Ill-advised this time around.
I mean, really, the first 2 times that we talked about it, too.
Here.
What a much dearer cost. Look at this angle set up from CNED.
CNED knows what's up. Again, the operator also being another curveball that DRX have been struggling to handle, to be honest with you.
What are you going to do? You got a stinger. Oh, come on. If you're going to go, just go, man. Another
Actually,
jump
Mako
spot.
catches.
Oh, that paranoia was so good, but it doesn't matter. The neural theft, and out goes CNED. Buzz with the judge, finding one, though, 56 HP. It's not a Bucky. Not from that distance. DRX crumble. And RB's left alone. Holding on to that lockdown for what feels like forever. Never.